Hey there, my healthy friends. So, today I wanted to talk about how environment is everything. Now, it doesn't mean um, environment has to stay the same. It doesn't mean you can't change things, but it does mean that it highly influences those healthy habits that you are trying to establish. So, it can be to your demise or it can be to your strength. Okay, and I want to show you what I mean. First of all, I want to show you a couple of things that I do in the kitchen that might help you to get more out of your time in the kitchen, get more out of your on-the-go healthy food preparation efforts, and your efforts to make things healthier in the kitchen. Let me show you what I mean. The first thing I want to show you is I want you to take what you already know and make that, double it, and then make something new out of it. Okay, and this is what I mean. This bag right here is full of pancakes. Now, I used this griddle this morning to make pumpkin pancakes for my kids. I even like to make chocolate pancakes for them, and I just add cocoa powder. No sugar, no extra sugar, no nothing. This is pumpkin, so I've just added some cinnamon and pumpkin and nutmeg to this pancake, and you can add chocolate chips if you want to give them an extra boost of, yay, I get chocolate for breakfast. But I double the recipe so that I can make pancakes and I can store them away so that breakfast is taken care of for the next day or the day after that. If they've decided that they want something different tomorrow for breakfast, then they can have something different, but these then are another option. And kids like options, so do we, right? So you may not want pancakes 2 days in a row, and they might not either. But I took that pancake batter and I made muffins out of the leftover batter. So it's really easy to take one thing and turn it into another. What can you take in your kitchen and make it into something else healthy to give you more options on the go, so you're not reaching for a candy bar or stopping for a coffee and a donut or whatever. Now you may say, but those aren't healthy. But they are, because I know what went into them, and I take great care in knowing what's in my food. So if I know what's in my food, it's already going to be healthier than something I can buy at the grocery store that's going to be more like cake and less like whole foods. Okay? The second thing I want to show you is that when you have leftovers, you don't have to eat them all or throw them away. I found myself taking on what I call the scapegoat or the savior complex. And both of them are related to each other in the sense that we often as parents give ourselves up as the scapegoat, trying to kind of take a sacrifice or be the sacrificial lamb for our kids or for our household to keep it running smoothly, right? We give up our time at the gym. We give up the food that we want to make, and we make what our kids want instead. And so we feel like we are giving up what we want in order for somebody else to have something, but we don't need to do that. We had soup, chicken tortilla soup last night for dinner, and my kids took the leftovers for lunch today. They prepared their lunch. I didn't have to do it. It was already ready. And what's left in here is my lunch for today. So I didn't have to worry about throwing it away. And I just bought simple containers, glass containers, so I can warm it up in the microwave. That will help me to have it on the go if you're going to work, or help me have it here at home. Okay? Another tip is to make your smoothie ahead of time. And this is awesome because if you have canning jars, which so many people do, if you have jars in your home, then you can simply put your smoothie in a jar. And Ball, the canning company, has these awesome things where you can take out the center, so you just have the ring, and you replace it with this thing right here. It's so cool. It has a straw hole, and it fits over the top and inside this ring that I just had on for storage purposes. So I can just bring this lid, and they have these straws that go with it. And I have my smoothie. Okay, so this is my to-go container, and you can put anything in here. I wanted to show you this. I put, might look gross, but it's leftover lasagna, and I put this in a jar, and you can warm it up and take it to work with you. You can build salads in here. Just put your lettuce on the bottom and put everything else on top, and take your dressing with you in another jar or another container, or you can even pour it on top, and then just shake it up. When you're ready to eat it, take a fork, and it's super easy to prepare. Okay? You can prepare all of this beforehand. And if your kids leave food on their plate, you don't have to eat it. Okay? Don't make that sacrifice, because what's not going to waste in the garbage can is going to go to waste right here, and you don't want that. Nor has anybody asked you to do that. So you can simply put it in a container for later and have them eat it later or share it with somebody else. So I have saved glass jars. You see I took the label off of it and washed it in the dishwasher, and now I have a great storage container for whatever food I have left over that I don't want to throw away. Okay, so you don't have to be the sacrificial lamb. You don't have to give up your health just because you don't want to throw something away. Okay, now I'm going to take you to my refrigerator and my pantry. So no judging. Okay. In here, you will see my pantry closet. And in here, you'll see I have lots of of dried food. Okay, so I have my sugar, I have my oils, I have these different things, and then I have, hiding back here in the back, ta-da! I do have some candy, and you'll see too I have some cereal. Okay, so I have these things here in my closet, and guess what things the kids reach for first when they come home looking for a snack? Yes, that is right. They reach for the candy. So when you have things close by, right, like I have it here in my closet, then it's more likely to be the first thing that someone reaches for, the first thing someone notices. I also have healthy things in here. So I have these great granola bars that I really like right here, like this. And I really like them, but they are not always the first things someone goes for because they're not visible. And so when you create an area of visibility for your kids, if I were to move these granola bars up to the cereal level, actually I have smaller kids too, so my smaller kids tend to come down and reach for the dried fruit. They tend to reach for whatever's down below. And actually that is why it's down below, because if it were up higher, they wouldn't be able to reach, and they would be less likely to eat it, right? So I keep things at their level. Bananas, things that are really easy and easily accessible for them to eat, okay? They can go to the refrigerator, and I'll show you actually. I have baskets in here. These things, I just bought them from IKEA, and they hold hummus. I usually have some cut up carrots in here. They have some yogurt. One of the shelves in our fridge broke, so we have our syrup in here too, but I have yogurt, I have spinach, and usually these things right here are vegetables, and I'll just put them here in this container for later. And then the things that are also things that they want the most, like bread, like my son will eat bread for every meal, every second of the day if he gets the chance. And so I kind of use this container to conceal it, but this also helps me to organize what I have in the refrigerator. So I want you to organize your fridge today. I want you to take the snacks that you want yourself and your family to eat, and make sure that you have them visible and have them accessible and ready for them. Kids are, and this goes for adults as well, we all like choice, right? So kids are, this is just a statistic about children, but when kids have two choices, their compliance about choosing between vegetables goes up 94%. I don't know about you, but that is a win, right? If you only offer them one and say, would you like carrots? And they say no, then what are you to argue with, right? They hate vegetables if we're going to force them to eat them. However, if we can give them choices, if we can give ourselves choices by saying, I can have carrots or cucumbers, or I can have both, right? Then we feel like we have options and we feel empowered to be able to make healthy choices. And that boosts our confidence, and it boosts our strength, our commitment to making those choices towards building healthy habits. So your job today is to take what you have learned from this and kind of clean house, right? We went to the pantry and you could see that there are things that I can throw away in here. But what I want it to be is deliberate. I want it to be deliberate desserts so that you don't feel like you're constantly being nagged by the voice in your head saying, those cookies are in the pantry, those cookies are in the pantry. You just don't want to do that. And sometimes, hold on just a second. Sometimes it's okay to have something in the pantry if you are planning an event, if you're planning a birthday party, if you're planning a party of any sort. We have Oreos in the closet. I don't like Oreos, so it's easy for me to stay away from them, but my family does, and so I hide them, make it really easy, and I pull them out when it's time for us to have them. We don't have dessert after dinner normally unless there is a reason for them to have dessert, a reason for us to kind of indulge and to feel like they can eat both things, both good food or healthy food and unhealthy food, and still be balanced and healthy. Because balance is not in perfection, right? Balance is in the strength of our imperfections, which means we have the ability to choose between the two and to make a deliberate decision to do what's the best investment for ourselves and for our family. Because when you take better care of yourself, you can take better care of your family and the people around you and the things around you that matter most. So anyway, make it a great day. I hope you have an awesome day. Remember that a healthy we begins with a healthy me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.